Just take a break. Yeah, she'll be back.
Cheesy move, how was this one from? Shifting it back.
Because it's an alleyway, that hardly anybody would. Have you ever been? Huh? I'll come by. Wish I had internet access right now. I swear I said, come in and pick up your host with Wi-Fi. Huh?
Good to meet you. Yeah, good to meet you. Good morning. How are we doing? No, there's a darn party going on. I was there. Poor guy. Any questions about anything, feel free to ask. Everything has a story, and I know them all. Anybody see Shaun of the Dead yet?
No. They're only showing it in one theater in Pittsburgh. It's making us crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah. They advertised it in all the theaters, and they're only showing it in one. Did you see it?
No, it looks like a riot.
Yep.
And, Sam Raimi, right, directed it, so I got to see it.
Please welcome David Hess, Johnny Rain, Mark Schiffer, and Fred Lincoln. Yeah, you don't count. I'm also going to be helped out today by Ultraviolet Magazine's Art Editor, who's like the world's #1 Last House fan. Hey, look, guys, we got free soup. That's good, so you don't have to. You have salami. This guy this is like a really big budget fucking job. Before you got in here, I just tried to tell these people that we get away with, free soup. Yeah. Why? Do you want some soup? Dave's got a salami. You want a salami?
Let's not talk about Dave's salami. Okay?
Soup is what people talk about.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. This movie starts with a wonderful song by Elvis and
Elvis didn't write songs. David Hess wrote songs for Elvis.
Oh, that's right. This was The Road to Nowhere. He never even thought of that as a title. He should have. I like that. Makes more sense.
It's more like
These are numbers, Arabic numbers.
And that was The Ivory Snow.
Yeah, before.
this is a brand new print. I want you guys to know.
This is actually
This
This is Dave Hess's personal
We are the individuals still living.
Properly framed print, very uncommon for a 16mm print.
very uncommon.
Dr. Bird.
That's a plane.
What do you got? Nuts?
That's Sean and Wes before they got into show business.
Dave, did you bring enough to share? All right, pass it down the line.
Dr. Mailman.
This guy was really pissed that he didn't get billing in 8 and 10.
You didn't get billing either, though, on some of the posters, did you?
Nor did I get billing.
Collingwood, Mary Collingwood.
That's my phone.
Only kid to reach the age of 17.
Here, turn
I
it
wrote
down a
this.
little here.
Okay.
Well, she is about the prettiest piece I've ever seen.
I didn't write that.
That's from Pedophile Monthly.
You wrote that?
I wrote them.
I'll be here.
So yeah, I didn't want to prove that when we started this movie that
Brad, shut the fuck up.
It's a dickless one.
All just witnessed our biggest source of shame.
We're sorry.
I was in the SS in the Second World War, and that didn't make me as ashamed
Hey, look, to the fans, it's not only a movie. I mean, it really isn't. It really isn't. And we all want to thank you for coming here and hanging out with us for the weekend. It really is an honor for you.
Look at it this way, we got them here.
Yes, you did.
And you people are sitting here listening to their stuff. They should feel at least happy about that. That there are this many people with that small.
such bad taste.
Does anybody have a question? Go ahead.
What you just said, we should all hate you. Weren't you kind of impressed with how good you did?
No, we're actors.
I thought it was
You did
terrible.
very well for a shoot you're actually ridiculous, but you did really well on the subject.
That's true, considering. They didn't feed us, they didn't pay us, and we didn't know what we were doing, and they didn't direct us.
We did, actually, we did a fine job.
Well, like Dave said, he did the labor, he was terrible.
Because they recognized us.
Because he's amazing. His pictures in every post office in the country.
Sure was all over the New York subways, wasn't it?
Damn sure.
He can't
No.
even fly.
You know what's funny? Dave says that about people being terrified. They were doing scaffolding work or fixing something on Broadway once, and they had a scaffold up that people had to walk. And there was an underneath part too, and I was walking on the street, and this girl hit the end of the scaffolding.
What about us, Mike? Remember walking down the street up on the east side?
Oh, yeah,
The old ladies who just crossed over
people
the
would
street.
just see us and they'd stare for a second and then they would just dodge traffic and buses and cabs to get away from us.
So you see, this movie means a lot to us. It's endeared us to America.
Our parents didn't talk to us for a decade.
My father, who since passed away, when he saw the picture for the first time, he was in the theater and I was outside running out, looking, and he sees me, comes up with this big hug. What's the matter? He said, I just wanted to make sure you were still alive. And then I looked at him and I said the classic line, Dad, it's only a movie.
It's only.
Any chance of a commentary, a new commentary DVD with you guys with all four of you?
Well, there's two of them out already.
There are a couple. I don't.
The good one is
I've
the
never even
English
seen the
one.
one I did. It's in Europe, and I don't have a I've never done
That's
it.
the good one, by the way. That's the uncut one.
And I want to see it.
And people have told me you can get it on there.
There's a number of DVDs of Last House on the Left all around the world, and there's two European DVDs, one in the UK and one now in Holland. And the one in Holland has the uncut version of the film, and it has both the commentary track that's on the US DVD from Sean Cunningham and Wes Craven, and also a commentary track with 3 of the 4 of you, and a different documentary than the one on the US DVD with Jeremy included. So,
Do you think Anchor Bay's going to scoop it up?
well, Anchor Bay is the company in the UK that released it in the UK, but they don't own the rights to it here in the US. So, get a region-free player and buy the DVD. $35.99, Best Buy.
Or else email Anchor Bay and say, put a box set out.
You'll see a box set. MGM's got it.
MGM owns the rights here.
Right,
But
City Nice doesn't. You know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised you guys haven't asked us what's happened in the last 30 years. I mean, how have we fared in terms of our own internal feelings, or in terms of the way people have reacted to us?
We get around. Shut up.
we have some questions.
In terms of what our career, where our careers have gone. I'm surprised.
Somebody asked that question, so David will.
No, you can start out.
Me, go ahead. It's all you.
We must be really old. We just added up how many.
We always save that question. Why don't you go and tell us? What are you doing? We know you still use it. You've been in several films. You've produced.
Ah, there's other repercussions. Okay?
I work for Disney.
I didn't work for Disney. I worked for NBC and CBS.
Fred worked for Disney?
What?
Fred, you work for Disney?
Well, not all. His name is George. He works for Larry Flint.
Fred directed the famous Mickey's Mouse. I don't know if you saw that.
And Friday the 13th, A New Beginning.
Yes, I do that.
Oh my God.
That's right. I do a lot of things for Sean. That was purposely for Sean, and I just did one, which you will all love, called Last Toe on the Left. And I said, directed by Weasel Badowski. I want the little shit to sue me so I can just break his legs.
Notice none of us really like him very much.
Well, I had people to put up money to make a sequel to this movie, and they were all ready to go. And he had told me on the phone, we'll just have a lawyer call, we'll make a deal. And I called, he said, no, I don't want to do it.
See, I think we should all be running for retirement.
Actually, we're all going to be in retirement.
Really shortly.
I think that we're not really dead. I've got like a big scar on my neck. We did survive. It was rough. But we are running a retirement.
I describe headless.
But we're still insane. And all these nice people that come, we run a camp for kids too. So, and I think, well, yeah, I think it starts to come
And less
back.
kids go home at the end of the summer than showed up.
Well, I don't know. I just think that we're not really gone. And we're not really
Forgotten.
and we're still bad. Definitely bad.
Is this the beginning of another film?
I think not.
I have a couple of specific questions. I have a question for Jeremy. Okay. After appearing in Last House on the Left, you appeared in The Abductors, in which you played a victim. And The Abductors is a very strong film. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but you played a victim, and it's a strong film with very strong rape scenes. What was it like to transition from playing a very strong character to playing a victim in The Abductors?
Well, I didn't think of myself as a victim in the Abductors because I got to whip that man with his whip, and I kept putting red makeup on preparing for my scene all night. I was playing with his whip and putting red lipstick on, and by the time he finally shot the scene, the guy was so frightened he wouldn't do the scene, and they made me. He thought I was really going to hit him, and I probably was. They made me do that scene that I was a sadist. I never fell a victim. But I was playing a nurse on the doctors at the time. I played a nurse for 8 years on soap, and they almost fired me. They were very upset about these movies. And then when I married Richard Dreyfuss, I told him that he was to never see The Last House on the Left. I never told him about the abductors, and now you might have just told him. My children don't even know about the abductors. Richard's in London.
You want to know the truth?
We knew how angry
we went and we looked in the editing room. We used to watch Sean's office at West edited the movie. And I would go and I would look at him and watch it. Nobody ever going to see this fucking thing.
When the movie came out, it went to #1. And we were all living in New York City. It was everywhere. Our posters were all over the subway. And
but what you guys don't know is they released this movie with 3 titles. And it was a total flop.
I think this crowd knows that, actually.
Sex Crime of the Century, I think.
Sex Crime of the Century.
Krug and Company.
Night of Vengeance.
Night of Vengeance. Night of Vengeance was the first.
And it was a total flop. Nobody went to see it.
I didn't see it when they were
The guy
They
that came.
decided they called it Last House.
No, you don't have to win.
TV commercials.
What happened was that the guy that was doing the promotion board came up with the idea of keep repeating to yourself, only a movie, it's only a movie. And that's what sold it. Only the last title, Night of Vengeance, didn't match that. So they had to come up with another title, so they came up with Last House on the Left and went through the roof.
We were actually the first movie to use television to sell movies. And it worked. I mean, this movie was $55 million.
We went to the premiere and somebody asked me for their money back on the way out. I didn't make any money. I mean, people bought it. Yeah, right.
Well, this print was actually beautiful compared to the original ones in the theaters. People were throwing up. I think it was from the discoloration.
Yeah, they didn't do much color correction.
Put out a black and white cheesy poster that looked just like The Last House on the Left. And they got a hold of it.
Andy Warhol loved me. And he put me on his first interview, first issue of its interview magazine, myself and Dave Bowie. And they asked him in some newspaper article, who is Jeremy Rain and who is David Bowie? And he said, they're my friends.
But if you ever saw any of Andy's movies,
You'd understand.
you'd understand. He did a soup can for 2.5 hours. It didn't do anything, it just sat there. And I actually had friends that used to say, wow, did you think of Andy Warhol movies? Anybody fucking mind? These same people would call me up and say, guess who's in the park? Tiny Tim! Oh, Jesus! Where's my coat? In case you don't know who Tiny Tim was, you know this new guy from American Idol, the little guy with the bad teeth? Sammy Hung, what the hell is his name? Okay, let me tell you something. Sammy Hung is Elvis compared to Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim's the first song.
You missed your calling.
I'm going to put that on my resume. David, music is too loud.
I have another question. What do you all think of some of the films inspired by Last House on the Left? Obviously, the ones that David was in, House on the Edge of the Park and Hitchhike. Have the rest of you seen those films? And if so, what did you think of those films?
I actually like David in the Swamp.
Yeah, I did too.
Last House, they called you evil, and Swamp Thing, they called it
Wes has a way of repeating himself.
In my mind, wrestling was made from the same movie. Keep repeating. Keep repeating.
It's only a Wes Craven movie.
he gets full credit. And when I saw that the MGM version to us, we all sat and talked and said our version of the movie. Then watched Sean and Wes, and I thought, huh, these two guys really, they made this movie. And they're like, well, we set out to make this great movie, and I thought, this wasn't your first movie. You guys made together. You made Fireworks Woman. Fireworks Woman was stoned.
Smut. It was smut. It was absolute smut. I wouldn't take anybody to see it.
You were trying to compare, you were kind of trying to put violence and smut together.
Smilance is
That's my best. I'm the only one who has a ring like that. Oh, what's that? It's Spielberg. It's old. Yeah. These girls he wants to work with. You know what's funny is Ron Howard was on, you know the thing where that guy sits there and talks to people, the actor studio guy? And he was saying when he finished Happy Days, he couldn't get a job. And it was the same time that Deep Throat came out. And Ron Howard actually admitted to everybody on television, he said,
That's Ron Howard calling
I wonder
Fred.
how much people would pay to see, the guy from Happy Days have sex. He was going to make a sex movie. And then I told him he's too skinny, his dick was too small. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
It's his wife calling.
Tell Stephen no.
Look in the back of the room.
Are you here? Goodbye. Yes, she's here.
It's been hard on our children.
Well, that's what I wanted to get to.
Yeah, this has been hard on our
This has
families.
been hard on
and our
families, children, everything. I mean, one of the things, I mean, we're all sensitive, so I'm sure we've all gone through this in one way or another, but for me, it was, I got so used to playing the same role that I didn't know which role I was playing, whether it was the father and then, and then the husband, or whether it was the crew still or some iteration of that, and it got me into a lot of trouble down the line with my kids and my wife. So, I mean, that's the black side of what we have to do and what we've done, which nobody fucking wants to hear.
No shit. Watch your language, my daughter is in the back.
How did your kids react when you got old enough to see it or whatever, and did they blackmail you with the movies, they things they wanted?
No, they didn't blackmail me. Some guy came up to me today, at the autograph stand, and he didn't buy anything. I mean, not that he had to, but he said, I remember seeing you. You were a chiller, and you left the table. And I asked your son. I said, what's he like when he's at home? Is he a nice guy and everything like that? No, he's really mean. He's just like the character in the movie. My son said that. Now, I don't know. I think my son was probably teasing him, but the guy took it seriously. And this is what I've had to fucking live with.
I don't know. That's my daughter. She's back there. My son has a cop band, and I'm kind of thinking it was my fault.
My children are totally ashamed, but my daughter, our oldest, is 21, she's at Wesleyan University, and they rented it the other day, and she called me up and said, Mom, they now think you're the coolest mother in the world.
There's a plus.
There's a plus.
Richard.
My children think I'm an idiot, and this just confirms it. I wish I could get deeper than that, but I would try to discipline them, and they would just look at me and they go, Junior's still up. What else do we have to say?
Blow your fucking breath.
No, actually, what I said was basically true. My kids are somewhat sophisticated and doing what I do, writing and everything, and they don't take it. By the time they saw it, I have three, and by the time they saw it, they had already been exposed to behind the camera stuff, so it didn't have the same effect on them watching it as it might have on some children who have no idea how things are done. So they made fake blood at home, and knew how to move about prosthetics and move about camera angles. They've been to sets, and so but they just laugh at it. They really don't take it seriously at all.
My favorite story, my middle son, when he was about 5 years old, said to me one day, I want to go see my other daddy. And I said, what other daddy? And he goes, you know, the one that lives in the trailer and wears makeup. He did not realize that Richard Dreyfuss was the same person at home and in the trailer. He thought he had two daddies, the one that we had to go visit on set in makeup and the one that lived in our house. I mean, it doesn't occur to you that you have to tell your children that it's the same person. It is, it was so sweet. I want to go, but it was also really pathetic. He didn't know, but he thought he had two fathers.
Alright, we've kept them here about 2 hours. You guys got any famous last words?
Famous last words.
We're sorry.
No, actually, no.
Don't speak for me.
I'm speaking for you. And we're not in the movie, so don't tell me what to do. And anyway, it is amazing that something that we all did 30-some years ago in the woods in Connecticut is still here. And if anything, I mean, something that is defined as classic is simply defined as that which withstands the test of time. And for whatever reasons, this film is a part of our collective history and seems to keep going. So I guess in an odd way, I'm grateful that whatever else I've done in my life, I did something that will live on and keeps going.
You know, it could be worse. Tom Mix has a little lunch pail. And we have last house on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, pants with no fly, because you don't need them.
I think the upside of it is that you are part of history, that there is some kind of immortality, and everybody really wants to attain that. So the downside of it is that as long as that energy is conscious and it still exists, then it impacts you. It impacts you all the time. It impacts you in your whole life. And it can impact you in a positive way, or it can impact you in a negative way, depending on how you want yourself to be impacted. And that's one of the things that at least I've had to live with. I don't know about the rest of them, but that I've had to live with. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative.
Well, on that note, Art, anything to say?
Just that if you haven't checked it out, the poster that Ken designed for the show, I don't know if all of you know this, I didn't know this, and I've gone to all of Ken's shows except for his first one, and he does all of his own original art, all of the t-shirts, and he designed that poster that he has out on sale here, that Last House on the Left poster. I think he did a great job, so you should all check out his, he's humble about it, so check out his poster. Thank you all very much.
Hey, good. Good. How you doing?